A lot of people are getting killed and abducted in churches, homes, mosques, and markets. People are no more safe in the country. Businesses are not making revenue as expected. Children can no longer go back to school because of the fear of being killed or abducted. What best should be done for us to live in a peaceful and tranquil nation? Let's hear Nigerians' opinion about this prevalent issue. I'm Abdullah Salahuddin, and this is The Conversation. What do you think about the insecurity situation in the country at the moment?
What I think about the security at the moment is that the insecurity in Nigeria is very, very bad, and it puts the citizens at risk. Like, you can't go out on your own, like, and you don't have fear of insecurity. Like, anywhere you are going now, in different places, like even recent one that happened in church, where they come and bomb church, do different things in church and other places. Nobody feels safe in Nigeria again. That's what I think. Like,
So you don't feel safe in Nigeria?
I don't feel safe. Like, anywhere you're going, sometimes if you enter bus, you start looking around to know whether this is not kidnapping bus or something like that. So
The alleged terrorists are not Nigerian, so to say. Is that true in your own view?
in my own way, I feel they are mostly Fulani people, not Nigerian. I don't think all these herdsmen are Nigerians. Most of them are from the Fulani nation. Most of them are not Nigerian. That's what I think.
What I think is that we have to change everything about Nigeria because the insecurity is not that much. Like, we don't have a lot of police to secure the youth around. Everybody is being kidnapped, being killed. You don't even have mouth. That if you are even telling the government, they have to tell us that they don't even give the student reply. We have to vote, do everything, and there's nothing changing about Nigeria.
But I don't have much to say about it because, as we all know it, we don't really have a lot to give about security when it comes to the government things. So I'll probably say that each and every one of us has to just do our own part of it because we can't always be waiting for people to do it for us anymore. Because this is an example is how it's already going. You'll be waiting for something and everything is just getting more fucked up every day. So I'll just say, do your part, let me do my part. If at least we do our own part, to still be to go a long way for us in assisting the upcoming generations and people that are coming after us.
Actually, insecurity is not something we should be pray for as a country, understand? But it's so unfortunate that we have a bad government, that's giving us headache, making us to lose Nigerians every day. They know what to do actually, because basically insecurity is not challenge for Nigeria alone. It's everywhere. But if we have a good leader, there's a way they can handle it and make sure everything is well available. Equip the military, give them what they needed in order for them to attack and face these terrorists.
The alleged terrorists, the alleged kidnappers, the alleged killers that go into church, that go into mosques and markets to kill people, they are not Nigerians, so to say. Do you think that's true?
No, it's not possible. Do you know that external cannot just come into you and have access to you?
So people say they are the ones that come into the country.
No, they are Nigerians. But they are turned to terrorists because of things, unemployment and some other things that is not well available in the country. In a situation whereby if a country is well the way it should, in a way we can compare with other South Africa and some other places. Though they have terrorists there too, there are some other bodies that are coming, but it's not as strict we have in Nigeria.
As in the insecurity in the country, the rate is very high and it's affecting a lot of things. So
okay, right now we all know that nowhere is safe, including the city, travelers and the likes. Most part of the country is experiencing unrest, civil unrest, and due to other things that applies to security threats, even from the military and so on.
So what do you think the security agencies can do to curb terrorism and banditry in the country?
What they can do basically, if they can fight corruption, number one, that is one of the things that are bringing insecurity in Nigeria. When we have corrupt leaders, they are people that are supposed to fight the insecurity are part of the people that are causing the insecurities. So when they remove all these corrupt leaders first, then they bring leaders of integrity, good leaders. Then from there they will start fighting the insecurity in Nigeria. That's what I think.
So you think corrupt leaders at the cause of insecurity in the country?
They are the main cause because they are the one that are heading the thing. Most of them know about it. Most of them are the one that are funding them. So if they can remove those people that are funding the people that are causing insecurity in Nigeria, people that are sponsoring this, like this Fulani herdsmen now, most of the people that are sponsoring them are the people on top. If you can remove them, then I think the insecurity in Nigeria will reduce.
So what best should be done for the government to curb this out?
The best thing that should be done for the government, what best should be done is like I said, the government should recruit new people on top. That is just the main thing. The people that are leading us, most people that are leading Nigeria now, they are corrupt. So they should remove them and put new leaders that are genuine. Then that's how it will start going from.
So what best should be done for the government to curb this terrorism?
They should increase the police, the security. They should give them a better salary so they will be able to do their work. They should stop collecting bribe from people around. Stop doing all sorts of bad things. They should do the right thing. And if the government can pay the people around, maybe they will change. The policeman will change by doing the right thing, by not collecting bribe from people passing by not telling them to get what they are not supposed to get, by checking phone. That's bad. Checking student phone. What's yours with someone's privacy?
What best should be done for government to curb this banditry and terrorism in the country?
You know, my own ideology of this, I feel like for the government to just leave this kind of thing to go the way it is, there's something for them to gain from it. My own way of seeing it. Because you can't expect me to be saying things getting fucked up and I'm losing and I'll still leave it like that. But if it keeps getting fucked up and there's something for me to take from it, I will leave it like that. So I feel like the government are not really doing much to it because there's something for them to actually benefit from. So until they actually see that the life of their citizen actually matters to them also, they will not still give a fuck about it. And we can't come out and go and say we want to do NSAS or anything like that before. Again, the one that happened before is not really something that ended well. And you can't expect me or you to go out there and put our life on the risks for it. So I'll just say, let's do it in the minimum way we could do. We have social media up and now. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. You know, by the time we start going on complaining, there's no how it will get to a point where a lot of people come in and say it's going to affect and change the environment itself.
So what best should be done for government to curb insecurity, to curb terrorism and banditry in the country?
I think one of those things, because if you can see, the terrorists you are talking about, they are youth. So I think if they can government can provide, adequate job and empower youth, understand, there won't be need for them to leave their comfort zone and go and risk their life.
What do you think the government should do to the security sector of the country for us not to have more killings and more abductions?
All right. As I said before, I said government you have to equip the military personnel. I'm so ashamed sometimes when I go around, I see security personnel carrying a gun that use rubber band, use sellotape to band every time. And these people complain, lament every time that those people that come to attack, they normally, the equipment they have, the arms they have with them is this new updated one. So why the personnel you are expected them to face those ones that have a updated equipment, arms that can kill 3,000 of people at a time? This is so unfortunate.
So what best should be done for government to curb this insecurity, terrorism, banditry?
The level of the government in this country is very bad now. They don't take note of things. They just take things as in.
But what do you want them to do? What do you want them to do?
They should do what they have to do. They know what to do, but they are just ignoring it.
What do you advise for them to do?
They should take note of the things that are happening and they should be concerned and take action on it. More security personnel should be available, more ammunition should be available, and more well-trained personnel. That should create employment opportunities for people that are unemployed in that aspect of security.
So what best should be done by the government to curb this banditry, to curb terrorism, for us to stop this insecurity?
Okay, fine. I feel there's a lot of strategizing that needs to be done. One, I know that we have forces in the military that is able to put this whole situation to a minimal rate, reducing the risks. So I feel the government has to be diplomatic about this issue. Meaning, for example, okay, these forces, deploying them right, and okay, first trying to sort out the mole among them, because we've had situations whereby security breaches and compromising in the security system. I think if we don't have that, then we can go a long way to see how we can fight back. But whereby you're having these moles and others within the security system, then I feel we are not going anywhere.
We have heard the clamor of Nigerians for a safe country. When we have a safer country to live in, businesses will flourish and people will be able to beat the pandemic of high inflation and high cost of living. My name is Abdullah Salahuddin from AFRICUNIA TV.